be honest, what did he did so special? That's Coach K. I think isn't he overrated?
You are now tuned in to Straight Facts, where you won't hear our imagination. We state facts. Presented by Currency, Supreme Entertainment.
Straight Facts, another segment. We know what we're talking about.
Back at it again, Coach K.
We obviously can see we in March Madness fever right now, and at the end of the day, we had a legendary coach, Krzyzewski. I might have disrespected his name, but I'm not Polish, but shout out to him. Mm-hmm. He's finally played his final coaching game this Saturday, where he lost to UNC, as you can see. And my thoughts for you guys. What would you say Coach K's legacy in college basketball, or just in basketball in general, because he's been in the game for 42 years. Well, what would you say his accomplishments, or what do you see his legacy as?
I think Coach Krzyzewski is like he's one of the people like who you're always going to look back on in regards to whether it was the Christian Laettner era, Grant Hill era, Kyrie Irving era,
because he hurt the Fab Five.
Correct. But to be honest,
Fab Five couldn't get the championship.
He's been around for decades, right?
But to be sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead. No.
To be honest, what did he did so special? That's Coach K. I think isn't he overrated?
Why is that?
Tell me.
Let's name some last names. Okay?
Look, how many?
Laettner, Carter.
I understand that.
Jameson,
how many great players?
Irving,
how many great players?
Tatum.
How many great players they had?
A lot. That's
my point. How many championships that Coach K got?
He got 5 national titles.
In how many years?
Yeah, 42 years.
I think that just shows you.
Let's do the math here.
I think that just shows you the nature of NCAA basketball is that having a program like Duke University,
right,
which if you ask anybody, since even I grew up, remember I had Duke Blue Devils little shorts I used to wear all the time, right? Like those are teams that you just North Carolina and Duke, like you just know those teams before you know about even what they mean.
The same one Alonso is wearing right now?
Zone's wearing North Carolina, yeah.
It's in the end of his career, you already know. Michael Jordan, let's get it, you know what I mean?
Anyways, go ahead.
But I will say that, Coach Krzyzewski has been someone who has been responsible of helping transition a lot of young men into being professional basketball players. Whether or not it's Zion Williams and R.J. Barrett. Shouts out R.J. Barrett.
That I understand. But when we're talking about if he was actually a good coach, that's a hard pill to swallow.
Well, he just said
he's Team USA's head coach.
He kept the
what that
job
means.
for 42 years.
Does Team USA needs a coach?
So Team USA's head coach is usually the position given to the highest.
How long has he been the coach for Duke?
Long enough.
So you tell me if you keep a job that long, you're not doing your job? You're not good at your job, because if you're doing bad, the program's not doing well.
But it's fired,
and they've consistently been a #1 quote unquote program.
It's a business.
I remember for the last 3 decades.
It's a business. It's college, right?
Okay, yeah. But why him?
Look. The way I'm looking at it, if you keep giving me all the best players every single year, there's a little chance that I'm gonna do bad. That's all I'm saying. Right? There's a lot of good coaches out there that you guys probably don't even know about, because they have, like, for example, what's the team that did so good? The Cinderella team this year.
Yeah,
St. Peter's, right?
Yeah, did you guys
even heard about that coach before the whole saga?
No.
Right?
No.
And now he just got a brand new coach career and with a different team.
It was Seton Hall. Yeah.
Right? So all I'm trying to say is, sometime all those Coach K, all these guys, the real people that's making it is the players in the end of the day.
But at the end of the day, the players have to listen to the instructions of how to run the plays, right? Because last time I checked, in college basketball, they're not doing ISO ball like they do in the NBA. They got to follow the defenses. They got to follow the system. Yeah. So it's like he's leading.
And
I don't know. Leading a bunch of boys coming from different
let's just say Like I play basketball, right? I've been playing basketball for a long time.
Shout out to St. Luke's.
Right, St. Luke's always, right?
Let's go, yeah.
So if I go to the park, right, I see 20 guys at the park, and I'm choosing the 5 best players at the park.
Okay.
95% chance I'm winning that game.
You have a good chance, yeah.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that his career has been horrible or whatnot, but I'm saying he should have won a little bit more championships. That's all I'm saying.
Can T-Mac one-on-one league be successful? Because you heard about that? Did you
You know what Kobe said is one of the hardest people he ever had to guard one-on-one?
Yes.
You know what it was?
Yeah, Tracy.
Thank you.
There you go.
So I think on that note, right there, co-signing that, and he's having his own one-on-one league. I think it's great because in in the world we live in today, it's not about the team. What's it about? The individual.
Yeah.
It's about the blue check mark beside your name. So I think when you see blue check mark versus blue check mark, that's going to attract more eyes. And I think it gives an opportunity for, I mean, it matters what capacity he wants it to be. Does he want it to be a one-on-one league where you could be a high school player to showcase your one-on-one talents and eventually get a league contract?
He's trying to get people paid. So right now it's a one-on-one league where basically they're going to go for a few cities in the States and they're going to have tryouts and they're going to take the top 3 players from each city and to have as a 21 player in the league, right? And then up for grab it's 250K. So you tell me you're going to take the top 3 players of all the cities that they go around. And then they say, for example, it's invite only, right? So for example, if you think you deserve to go, you'd have to send your footage, right? Like you said, some of the high school players, some of the players that are trying to leave college, go somewhere.
Right.
You get an opportunity to make money because not everybody gets to go to the NBA. Not everybody goes to Europe, right? So it's another avenue to make money. I think it's going to be entertaining because it's like it's what we want to see. We want to see the best players play one-on-one. Now you're seeing people play one-on-one for money.
The question is, are they the best players, right? So
I think it's the best players available that are not in the league, right? Because like for example, you think every player that went to NBA was the best player? There's players, the stories you heard of people that are nicer than some of these first round draft picks, but they just had bad opportunities, right? Then bias.
Yeah, well, a lot of these players, have their
Shouts out
own.
Len Bias. That's a good point.
I'm telling you, yeah. So, but no, go ahead, man. What's your point? Yeah.
I just think it's like you were saying, it's a great opportunity for the people that didn't have a chance because who knows, violence, didn't go to school properly or whatnot. And as long as he's doing something for the community and for something for those kids to get a chance to get exposed out there to be on TV, I think that should be a good reason why he
Because
should
think
have that
about
league,
it,
right?
if the big 3 was successful as it is,
Right.
I think one-on-one is still, like you
Do
said,
you-
the best of the best. It's like, if this guy got handles, he's breaking him down.
Do you think the big 3 was successful though?
I think it's still
it's
going.
still going.
Year 4?
Yeah.
Definitely. After you pass that 2 years, we were like, okay, now people still want to see, and then they're still getting new players. So I think it's Ice Cube knows what he's doing.
Okay.
So,
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I think the one-on-one league will be successful, after both the opponents hearing it out.
Right.
And, in my personal humble opinion, I'd love to see an individual like Tracy McGrady be able to make something of it as, a black man in our world that we live in today. I'd love to see him be a successful entrepreneur and to give hope for future entrepreneurs.
And by the way, he is a top 75. That's straight facts.
That's a fact.
All right.
100%, yeah.